I feel like D-Lo Brown mixed with CeeLo Green, mixed with De La Soul, mixed with Hennessy, sipping gin and juice like I'm Snoop D-O-double-G. I'm all about the W, yeah, we on the winning streak. Yeah, I'm taking L's to the face, girl. I beat it up like I'm Triple G, but that's only if you let me. Hey, don't you disrespect me, put respect up on my name.
What's up, guys? This is T from T&J, and thanks for tuning in to the first two episodes. I see that we are over 1,000 views on both videos. I'm back at it with the Tennessee Titans, trying to get this franchise going, man. As you can see, we got RG3 still at the quarterback position, and so far so good, man. I seen people message me about, why are you starting RG3 and all that kind of stuff. But man, like I said, I'm going with him. I'm confident. As you can see right here, throwing a deep ball to DeAnthony Thomas, and look at DeAnthony Thomas, man. He's been all over the field right there. He's at the third spot for receiver and beating his defender on the wheel route. So we've been using him a lot, man, in the kick return game, run game, as you can see right there, and like I said, in the passing game. So DeAnthony Thomas has been very vital to us so far. Going into this second game here, that's still going to be the game plan. We really have not had any success really getting T.Y. Hilton involved, so we have to work on our offense to see if we can get him maybe going down the field on some deep post routes and stuff like that and get him involved early in games. But this split system in the spread is very, very hard to stop, in my opinion. We got Donnell Pumphrey and DeAnthony Thomas in the backfield. As you can see, Vontae's Perfect is going all out at practice right there. So, yeah, look at the play action. And that's, again, see what I'm saying? DeAnthony Thomas, see, gets in the slot and runs a deep post route and catches that over the middle. So he moves around all over the field. So due to Madden's depth chart options, you can really utilize players however you want. So looking at some of the transactions, we're looking at some of the trades. Odell Beckham gets traded for Reuben Foster and others. He's going to be a 49er now. Another trade, we got Jarvis Landry moving to the Seahawks in exchange for Devin Funchess, a pick and a tackle there. Levante David, Alex Smith, and Seth Roberts goes to the Ravens for Russell Wilson and Derek Johnson and center Max Unger. So a lot of trades going on, and as you can see, we tried to get Sammy Watkins, Justin Hunter for Adam Thielen, a 4th-round pick. This was declined. They did rejected my offer, but we are still in talks trying to get Sammy Watkins over. Like I said, Adam Thielen is a great receiver, but we just want a different style receiver, and Sammy Watkins fits the bill. As you can see, someone is trying to get Jameis Winston from me, and we're going to decline that because we may use him as our starter at some point this season. So here we are looking at some of the Week 1 matchups, and you've seen that Bills-Ravens, Buffalo wins 70-7. That's probably the blowout of the week right there. 70 points, man. That's a lot of points. Jay Novel loses to Typhoon. As you can see, a lot of these games are really close. Really close. Some of these ones, it's just a flat blowout, but a lot of these games are close, man. This Madden is really good at really keeping the skill gap close. So even if you are good on a 6, there's just things that happen in this Madden that you just can't control. So that's why these games are usually pretty close, unless you can find something that works for you and you can really exploit user players. It's really hard to pull away from teams. So heading into this game, it's our first divisional game. The Houston Texans, we have to stop Julio Jones, J.J. Watt on the defensive line. And I know it's going to be hard to cover him because you really just can't block him. I mean, in real life, he's already a nightmare. And on the game, he's just even more crazier. Look at that. They got Jimmy Graham at tight end. So, dude, they have two guys and Derrick Henry. I didn't even check this out. Derrick Henry, Julio Jones, J.J. Watt, Jimmy Graham. That is the team that I would definitely be bargaining for. But here we are. Opening start Derek Carr quarterback, sorry about that. And he hands the ball off, and that's going to be a first down to K. Williams. I think that's Kerwin Williams or something like that. And on the second play, we send Demarius Randall off the edge, and he comes down with the sack. And that should have been picked right there by Eric Weddle, but he could not get his hands up for some reason. And he's going to extend the drive, but we send the pressure, and Davis comes in untouched, right down the barrel, takes down Carr. Here we are, keeping him in the pocket. He chucks it down, and we get a huge hit right there. User hit stick fumble by Bowman, and we take over. Giving the ball to DeAnthony Thomas, and he is down the sideline for a first down. Takes a big hit, but he holds on to it. Robert Griffin 1 for 1. Again, hitting DeAnthony Thomas in the flat, and that's going to go for another first down there. 2 for 2 for Robert Griffin. Both passes to DeAnthony Thomas. So here we are sitting in the pocket, buying some time. Throws a lob pass to T.Y. Hilton, but it is too far in front, and he cannot catch up to that ball. But on the next play, he hits T.Y. Hilton down the right hash, and he walks in for a touchdown untouched. So here we are, Carr rolling out of the pocket, finds a receiver. We get a big hit. He bounces off of that, and they pick up a first down. So back on the ground, he gives it to his running back, and he is breaking 2 tackles. Man, juking my defenders, going for a first down. Here we are here trying to bring the pressure down the middle, but he dumps it off to Derrick Henry, and Derrick Henry is going to have an easy first down. So I kind of got lost in coverage right there. I was supposed to have the back out of the backfield, but the guy broke off on the slant. But either way it go, Fletcher Cox getting in for a much-needed sack right there. 3rd and 12. And he is just not fast enough to get over on that drag route. And Carr is 5 for 5, but the run game is just being completely stopped at this point. 2nd and goal. He's in the pocket. He has plenty of time, but we finally get pressure. He dumps it up and just throws it into the end zone. And that is Josh Gordon coming up with that touchdown. Should have been a pick, but our user game is trash, man. So back on offense, and J.J. Watt is starting to get warmed up. 3rd and 25. We're going to try to pick up this first down, but nobody is open downfield. So we scramble with RG3, and he comes up 5 yards short of the first down. But, hey, sometimes you got to go for it. So here's Coach Witherspoon keeping his offense out on the field. 7-7 in the second quarter with 2 minutes left. 4th and 6. RG3 making the audible. The defense does not really adjust to the motion, and the flat is wide open. He is going to hit Adam Thielen, and he's going to run for a first down. Nice play call, nice audible by Griffin. 1st and 10. Griffin is in the pocket, throws it to Jeremy Curley coming across the field, and that's a guy who rarely gets on the field, but he comes up with a big catch right there. 1st and 10, 2-minute warning. And we try to go for the screen, and Marcel Darius runs straight through the defensive line and gets in for the sack on the screen. So that scramble right there will bring us to a 3rd and 13. So we're trying to find a receiver downfield, but we don't want to force it. So we dump it down to Charles Clay, and that will lead to a field goal. So 10-7, less than a minute to go in the second quarter. And Derek Carr is on the run again, but he is tracked down right there. I think that was Bowman again on the outside, tracking him down. Hurry up offense right here. We're stuck in our man coverage. Got to get our safety in position. 38 seconds and counting. And he's going to step up in the pocket, throw the ball to his running back on the Texas route. First down. He's going to launch it deep right here, and that is going to be picked off by Morgan Burnett, testing the user right there, and we come down with the pick. So as clock is running out, we snap the ball with 2 seconds, and RG3 is looking deep to T.Y. Hilton, and he connects it, but he cannot outrun the safety. But other than that, great throw, great find by RG3. Coming out of the halftime, we give the ball to Dino Pumphrey, and he has negative yardage at this point, and we cannot get the run game going. J.J. Watt comes down with another sack. That's his second sack of the game, and we have to figure out a way to limit that pass rush. But as you can see, we don't really find receivers downfield, so we're struggling to move the ball in the air, and we've been just kind of settling for what we can get on our legs with RG3. We're back on defense. We're still sending the heat, but he finds Derrick Henry out of the backfield before he runs out of real estate there. Play action. We send the heat again, and we come down for our 4th sack of the game. That is Deion Jordan making it in there for a sack. 2nd and 20. Drops back, has plenty of time, steps up, and gets sacked by Fletcher Cox. That's his second one. He walked right into that one. You can't sit in the pocket for that long. Here we are, 3rd and 25, and we bait him into that throw. User alert right there. That is Davis on the pick, and he brings it all the way down to the 27-yard line. So we have great field position for RG3, and he's just going to dump it off to the flats. DeAnthony Thomas making somebody miss, getting out of bounds. RG3 is 8 for 10 right now, and again, we give the ball to DeAnthony Thomas. He is a workhorse right now. That's his first carry of the game, but he has touched the ball probably over 6 times at this point. Hurry up offense in the red zone, 2nd and 3. RG3 sits in the pocket, rolls out to the right, and cannot outrun the outside linebacker right there, and he is stopped inches from the first down. So here we are going motion. He throws it to the flat. Woo! That pass was risky, but we come away with the touchdown, and we are now up 16-7 in the 3rd quarter. Throwing it deep again is Carr, and he finds his receiver. That's Josh Gordon beating our Tampa 2 down the middle. But on a 1st and 10, we get Vontaze Perfect coming up. Derek Carr is 10 for 12 right now in the red zone, giving the ball to Derrick Henry, and he is stopped. He has 5 carries for 18 yards, so he hasn't been able to really do much. But here we are, a big 3rd down. We have to stop him right here. If they get a field goal, we have a 6-point lead. If they get a touchdown, they're going to be in striking distance if they can stop us with the next possession. So 3rd and goal. They come out in a package where they should run. They pass it. He scrambles up, finds a receiver, but he drops it right in his breadbasket. So he's 10 for 13, 2 interceptions, and that is a complete drop. Should have been a touchdown right there, but DeAnthony Thomas on the kick return, and nobody is there. He is going to run down the sideline untouched. DeAnthony Thomas is going to go for a touch. And that's what has me geeked about him, man. He can be used so many different ways. That speed, and I'm just loving it, man, so far. So going for 2, breaking the huddle in our pistol set, trying to get Donnell Pumphrey involved, and look like we should be pretty good. And everybody is in the backfield. What a gate release, man, right there. And nothing for Donnell Pumphrey, but our defense is still bringing that heat, man. Coming off the edge, screaming right there was Vontaze, and defensively, we've been kind of forcing the issue, doing what we want, and that right there should have been picked. Bad user skills by me. I baited him into that throw, and I just took the wrong angle on that streak route, and that should have been a pick going the other way. So 1st and 10. They need a touchdown on this drive, and they throw it, and it should have been picked, but it was still almost caught by Julio Jones. And goodness gracious, man, we're not getting any turnovers, and we should be getting those turnovers right now, man. We're forcing them into bad throws. So here he is stepping up into the pocket, and we do get a turnover. That is Joe Hayden covering Josh Gordon, and he comes over with the INT. Defense is balling out. So we're trying to run this clock out. We give it to Donnell Pumphrey, and he steps out of bounds, but he's finally positive in the game right there. Give it again to Donnell Pumphrey, misses the hole, But first down, Donnell Pumphrey, and we really just need to run this clock out. 1st and 10. We go to the pass, and RG3 is scrambling and cannot get to the edge right there. 2nd and 5. DeAnthony Thomas on an inside carry, and he is going to take this ball all the way inside the 10. DeAnthony Thomas showing up, man, showing out, man, making it hard for the defense right now. So, again, Donnell Pumphrey cannot find any room. We have to figure out a way to get him involved. But here we go, 2nd and goal. RG3 is going to step up in the pocket and fumble the ball out of bounds. He has 71 rushing yards here in the 4th quarter. No room for Donnell Pumphrey as expected, and it leads to a field goal. But Fletcher Cox on defense and Gerald McCoy have been providing instant pressure, and I can't complain about how my defense is just flying all over the field. 21 yards for Derrick Henry, cannot get it going, and the secondary is shaping. After the first half, they have been lights out, but we give up a easy completion right there on 4th down. But still, woo, threading the needle right there is Carr. Should have been another interception right there, but we got to just make those plays. And Vontae's coming off the edge, lighting up Carr right there, and he is feeling it, man. So 2nd and 18, he takes a shot, and that is Julio Jones coming up with the one-handed grab over Joe Hayden, trying to make this interesting, but the onside kick is unsuccessful. So we will get out of here with a close victory right here. Man, this was a good divisional game right here, 17-25. We get our first division win right here, and the AFC South is looking strong. This team came with it, man, gave us a run for our money. We forced them to plenty turnovers, but defensively, they weren't that bad. They really kept us grounded here. We weren't able to do so much on offense. As you can see, we ran the kick return back, so that's 7 points right there. That's the difference in the game. So thanks to DeAnthony Thomas today, he was able to provide so much work for us, special teams and on offense. Defensively, the pass rush was bananas, man, forcing the quarterback to throw passes and coverage in that second half. But the run defense was phenomenal. Only 50 yards on the ground. And we are excited getting our win at home today. And we will see Bugalo Shrimp 88. I think that's what it is. We will see him again later on in the season. All divisional games are important. So we're glad that we did that. So efficient game for RG3. 9 for 11. Only 155 yards, but no picks, with 2 touchdowns. So we like that. Derek Carr had a decent game as well. But RG3 also had 91 yards on the ground, 11 yards per carry, with 1 fumble that also went out of bounds. Donnell Pumphrey could not get it going, but DeAnthony Thomas had 2 rushes, 48 yards, and that's all you can really ask for him. But we have to get this run game going a little bit. We did not get LeGarrette Blount involved during this game, so we kind of got away from the game plan right there. Josh Gordon led the game with 4 receptions for 98 yards and a touchdown. DeAnthony Thomas led with 3 receptions for the Titans. And other than that, man, it was really just dink and dunk for us. Richie Incognito had 2 pancakes with Brian Balaga adding 1, but we just gave up too many sacks. We got our backup center that had to come in the game for some odd reason, but Balaga gave up 2 sacks. So that's it. That's all. We won the turnover battle. We won the game. So it doesn't matter, man. Keep tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe, and be back for more T from T&J. Peace.